Welcome to Vedic Counselor, where ancient Vedic wisdom meets modern scientific insight.
Today, we're talking about something you almost definitely have in your kitchen, black pepper, or Kali Mirch. But we're not going to talk about it as just a spice for your food. Nope. We're going to dive into its incredible role in Vedic astrology as a seriously powerful tool for protection and for just clearing out all the junk that gets in your way. So, let me just ask you this. What if that simple, everyday spice, sitting right there on your shelf, held a kind of uncommon, almost alchemical power, a power to actually influence your life, your energy, and your environment? You see, in Vedic Jyotish, black pepper is known as a negativity destroyer. I mean, how cool is that? Its fiery, sharp kick is directly linked to the planets Mars, Saturn, and Rahu. And if you know anything about astrology, you know those are the heavy hitters associated with conflict, discipline, and those sudden, out-of-nowhere changes. That connection is exactly what gives it these amazing protective qualities. Okay, so that's the theory. But how do we actually use this power? Let's get practical and start with its most common use, remedies for personal and spiritual protection. One of the biggest things it's used for is to ward off what's called nazar, or the evil eye. You know that idea that someone's jealous or a malicious glare can actually bring you bad luck? Well, there's a very specific ritual with black pepper designed to shut that down completely. And listen, the details here are absolutely crucial. This isn't just about randomly burning some pepper. It has to be exactly 7 peppercorns. You revolve them clockwise 7 times around the person, and you have to do it on a Tuesday, which is Mars's day, to tap into that fiery protective energy. Then you immediately burn them with camphor to purify and cleanse everything.
And this isn't a one-and-done deal. To really make it stick, the practice should be done for 21 days. Think of it like building up a spiritual shield. You need those 3 full cycles to make sure your protection is solid and fully established.
Now, what if you feel like you're dealing with something even more intense, something like suspected black magic or jadoo tona? Well, the remedy adapts. And notice how everything flips. The direction becomes anti-clockwise, like you're literally unwinding the negative energy. The number of peppercorns triples to 21. The day shifts to Saturday for Saturn. And instead of camphor, you burn them with mustard oil. And you do it outside your home.
All right, so that's personal protection. Let's see how this builds into clearing out more tangible problems, like dealing with difficult people or even legal challenges. So if you're trying to navigate a tricky court case or you feel like you've got hidden enemies working against you, the remedy shifts. This time you take 11 whole peppercorns and offer them to Lord Hanuman, who is the deity of strength and protection. After that, you just keep them in your pocket. It's like carrying a personal talisman to boost your power and your position. But what about those times when it feels like you just can't catch a break? When you're hit with one failure or one setback after another? Yeah, there's a specific remedy designed to break that exact cycle of sudden obstacles. This one is a real powerhouse combination. You've got the fire of black pepper plus the fire of red chilies. That's a double dose of Martian energy, and you mix it with camphor for that purification. And get this, you do the ritual at a crossroads, which is so symbolic of a place of transition and choice. And you keep it up for 21 days to really clear that path forward.
Okay, let's shift gears. How can we apply these same principles to another huge part of our lives, our career and our finances?
For your workspace, the remedy is actually pretty direct. All you have to do is burn 7 peppercorns with camphor in your office or your store on a Tuesday. The idea is that this cleanses the space of any stagnant or competitive energy and really opens the door for career growth and stability. Now, when it comes to something as heavy as financial blockages or debt, you gotta be committed. The remedy for this requires 43 consecutive days. That's a long time, and that really shows you how serious of an issue this is considered to be. And the ritual itself is very specific. You put 21 peppercorns in a little red pouch, and you keep it under your pillow at night. So you're symbolically working on the problem even while you sleep. The next morning, you take them outside and burn them. This represents literally removing and releasing that financial block from your life. And you repeat this whole cycle for 43 days straight. Of course, you can't just do this stuff half-heartedly and expect amazing results. To make any of this work, the source material lays out some really important guidelines you have to follow. And honestly, the single most important thing isn't even the physical action. It's your internal state. It's about your mindset. You have to perform these remedies with full, unwavering faith, and it helps to maintain a sattvic lifestyle.
One that's pure, balanced, and just promotes positive, clean energy.
So here are the practical rules. Number 1, always use whole black peppercorns, not the powder. You want their full energetic integrity. 2, stick to the right day. Tuesday for Mars, Saturday for Saturn and Rahu. 3, on the days you do the remedy, you want to avoid stuff like non-vegetarian food and alcohol. And finally, you have to maintain a calm, positive attitude and see it through for the full duration, whether that's 21 or 43 days. No quitting early.
And hey, if you really want to amplify the effects, you can combine these rituals with chanting. There are specific mantras for each planet. For instance, on Tuesdays, you could chant the mantra for Mars, Om Mangalya Namah, while you do your remedy. It's like adding an extra layer of power to the whole thing. Which brings us to a final, pretty mind-blowing thought. According to these ancient traditions, the power to protect your energy, to clear your path, it might not be some far-off, mystical thing you have to search for. It might just be sitting right there, in your kitchen, waiting for you, in your spice rack. Kind of makes you look at things differently, doesn't it?
If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel Vedic Counselor. For personal astrology consultation, horoscope analysis, or Vastu consultation, you can contact us on WhatsApp 919219539215 or visit our website www.vediccounselor.com. Thank you for watching.